is a real-time urban sketch video done by request. I will be talking about doing quick motion sketches and showing my sketching in real time. These sketches are done of people moving about in their daily activities in urban settings, shopping, and eating at outdoor restaurants. People move fast. They are not posing for me. So many of the sketches rarely last more than a few seconds as my pen tries to capture the person in motion. I am out in my car. I'm doing urban sketching this afternoon. This is a Sunday afternoon. But by request of Corey K., she wants to see me do more real-time people sketches. And we had a discussion about it, and I was explaining to her that sketches are, unless they're sitting, like these were my Starbucks people, and they were sitting there for quite a long time. And so I could get fairly reasonable, quick sketches of them. But most of the time, people are on the move. And you're lucky if you get fast motion sketches. Now this was done in April, and I was at Starbucks and I was sketching people, fast sketches of people as they went in and out of the Starbucks store. Here I was at Jimmy John's. I was actually inside. There's no people in this one, but I like the perspective of this one. Here's a person, and he happened to be sitting with his back toward me, and he was sitting there eating his lunch, so he was pretty easy to draw. Here I was at a car repair, getting my car serviced, and I was sitting there sketching people in the waiting room. This happened to be a young boy, and there was a lady here, a man eating popcorn, and a lady paying her bill, and here was a lady speaking on the phone. Now the thing about sketching fast sketches of people is that I am very uncomfortable showing them, because, you know, like I usually show what I'm going to sketch and then I'll sketch it. But with people, you have to respect their privacy. I am uncomfortable with putting people on pictures of people, video of people out in public because, well, I wouldn't like it for myself, and so I just respect people's privacy. So what you're going to see me doing is a lot of observing. I am sitting out in front of a grocery store. What I like about the grocery store is you do not see one type of person. You see older people, you see middle-aged people, you see young kids with their parents, and you get a wide variety of movement as people are going in and going out. And you know, if you can find a front spot in a parking lot, go for it. And before you sketch, sit for about a half an hour and just watch people. Try to get an idea of, well, their movement. Watch their movement. Watch where people going in the store and come out of the store are usually holding shopping bags. So you know that their arms are generally going to be carrying something. So you got that in your head, and they're not going to be facing you, and they are going to be on the go. The other thing I want to say is, especially when you're in a parking lot, expect people to move fast. Don't try to think about the detail too much, and expect cars and people and things to block your vision. There's a lot of imagination going on here. I start out by observing this older man walking out of the store, and he's carrying a grocery bag. He's got a cap on. His cap has a bill to it, and there's his grocery bag. It's kind of fun to sketch, and he's gone outside of my view already. So another young man is walking into the store. He's facing the other direction. and he's got this long red shirt on and baggy shorts, and his head is bent downwards because he's checking his cell phone. Maybe he's watching a YouTube video, I don't know. So I'm just watching. He's gone. And I think that I'm going to sketch another one person there, but they get away from me before I get anything recorded. So not much is happening, so I reach over for my watercolors, and I'm going to put some red on that shirt and give that young man a red shirt. Now I will say, you'll see this later on in this video, where you can use your watercolors to give your sketches some shape. It helps fill in the body of the shape and gives them a little bit more personality. Kind of blotted out there. They don't have to be perfect. This is just a fast sketch. You're just watching people, and watching their movement mostly. Nothing's happening. So it's pretty quiet in front of me. So I decide to paint in the baggy shorts on that young man, and his hair and his cell phone, just give him a little bit more shape. The hat on the older gentleman and his jeans and jacket. Fairly happy with how that turned out. Fast motion sketches. I flip to the next page, and I'm watching, and there's a young lady coming outside of the store, and she has a short dress on. So I get a fair sense of that. See, she's got a short dress on, and she's walking, but kind of get her legs twisted here. I don't know, she's doing a fancy step, I guess. And she's carrying a grocery bag. She turns out pretty good, though. I'm fairly happy with her. Now this other one is another lady who, I'll tell you, these people move fast, and don't try. If this sketch is not looking like too much, but you're just getting a sense of doing this while people are walking by you. So I flip to the next page. You see me doing a lot of flipping of pages here. You want to use cheap paper pads when you do this. Now there's a little girl, a young girl, probably 8 or 10 years old, and she and her mother are right outside the grocery store door, and they're picking out pumpkins. So you can see I sketched in the little girl there, or just her head and a little bit of her body, and there's her mother. There's the sketch of the pumpkins going in there. Now I'll be coming back to them, but in the meantime there's another older gentleman pushing a grocery cart, and he's heading right toward me. See, so I get a frontal view, and there's the cart, and his arms, both his arms are on the handle of that grocery cart. I think I achieved that pretty good. I was pretty happy with this sketch. Just really fast. These people move fast. They're not posing for it. They have no idea you're even looking at them, I suppose. So nothing much is happening, so I decide to go back and work on the sketch of the mother and the little girl, even though they're no longer there. They've gone inside of the store, but just adding some details. The body and the shorts of the little girl, just kind of defining it a little bit more. Fairly happy with that. And then her mother, so taller, and she's got a bag slung over her back, and then she's got long slacks on. And then I put her head, and here again, see, I didn't erase the lines. No erasing. I'm working with an ink pen. These are quick sketches. They don't have to be perfect. And then while I'm sketching, another lady, who's more of a heavy-set lady, passes in front of me. So there's her head and her jeans, and just a really quick sketch. And she's carrying a bag. So I'm fairly happy with these. I'm flipping to the next page. Okay, I don't know what my camera was picking up. I lost some. But you can see I went in and I added color here, and how the color definitely defines some of the shapes. These are very, very fast action sketches because people move fast, especially when they're getting groceries. See in here how some of the colors defining the shape? Now these do not have color and just beginning to bring them out. The sun is in one way, the cars have moved all around me, but the one in front of me that I want to move is there. I think it's probably an employee. So I think I'm going to move to a different spot because the sun is shining in on me and it's getting very hot here. I'm going to find another spot to sketch, and I think I lost some of this video, so my camera probably got hot and turned off, but that's where I am. I'm going to try to do a few more